Hey, what's new and exciting? It's Kevin O'Shaughnessy, and today I'm going to talk about why your strumming might suck and what you can do about it. Okay, so when I'm talking about strumming, I'm not talking about different types of strumming patterns or rhythms that you can play. I'm just talking about getting a basic eighth note strumming pattern to sound musical. So if your strumming kind of sounds like this, then here's a quick tip that might help. Now, the first thing you want to do is try to accent your downstrokes, and that's a lot easier than it sounds. First of all, in music, an accent is simply when we play a note or a group of notes slightly louder or with more force than the surrounding notes. Now, of course, you can do this by actually just hitting the strings harder, but I found on the guitar there's an easier way to get that effect. The way you want to create this accent is with forearm rotation. I found that a lot of my students, when they first learn to strum and even when they start to get fairly competent at it, they're using almost exclusively their elbow to try to get the pick across the strings. And the sound is not terribly musical. All of the notes of each chord, whether you're doing a downstroke or an upstroke, are given the same kind of weight, and they really shouldn't be. In a simple eighth note pattern, your downstroke falls on the beat. So if you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, then all of your downstrokes fall on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. While all of your upstrokes are on the ands of those beats, right? They fall in between the beats. And what you get is something like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. When you're using exclusively your elbow to get your pick across the strings, the sound is very clunky. What you want to do is use more forearm rotation to create the accents. You relax your wrist and let your forearm twist ever so slightly. So as you're doing a downstroke, your wrist is going to turn out, or it's going to pronate, right? We've talked about supination and pronation in the forearm rotation in other videos. So as you do your downstroke, the forearm is going to pronate a little bit. As you do your upstroke, you're going to reverse it and you're going to supinate it a little bit. The elbow just provides that motion to kind of swing the wrist back and forth like that. And you see that there's a curve to it. What this does is this is going to create a natural accent pattern if you time it right. Your downstroke is going to play all 6 strings, but your upstroke is only going to play the treble strings. Now, since you've got all 6 strings on the downstroke, the stroke that is supposed to be on the beat, it's naturally going to be louder because you've got all 6. When you're just playing the treble strings on the upstroke, it's going to be quieter because there's only 3 strings. Let me show you what that's like in slow motion. The downstroke goes like this, and the upstroke goes like this. So listen again, you'll notice that I'm playing all of the strings on the way down, but only the treble strings on the way up. Down, up, down, up. And when you put that together in a straightforward eighth note pattern, it sounds like this. And you can easily move from chord to chord and come up with something that sounds really great. And it's very, very simple to do once you get the hang of it. The one thing that I would say is don't try to overthink it. Really try to relax the wrist as you're doing it. Let the wrist kind of guide where the motion is. All the elbow's doing is just providing about this much motion, a very small amount. It sort of increases the range of motion of the pick, gets you a little higher, gets you a little lower, but by and large, it's not a big elbow motion that's going to get you a natural sounding strumming pattern. So I hope you found that useful. If you did, please let me know by liking the video. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. In the meantime, go practice. I'm Kevin O'Shaughnessy. I'll see you in the next video.